Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jamel from Fantasy Life, and today we're going to be talking about Combat League Season of Time and how the launch seems to have been botched a little bit. But before we get into that, let me just talk about what this season is about and what you're basically going to be getting in this particular season. As you can see on the screen, it's pretty par for the course, similar to what we got in Season 1, where you get the skins. The leaks seem to be true, so you are getting skins for both Jacqueline Briggs, Raiden Collector, as well as Aaron Black. Now, when you hit Apprentice and Combat and stuff like that, you get the Collector skin. Then when you hit like Master and Grandmaster or whatever, you get the Raiden skin. And then when you hit like Demigod, Elder God, and God mode, you get the Jacqueline skins, which those skins do look pretty cool. You get the gear as well when you rank up too. So every time you rank up, you're going to be getting gears for specific characters. When you rank up, you're also going to be getting things such as money, time crystals, hearts, as well as souls. So I believe the first one, which is Apprentice, is some money. Then you have like Combatant, which I think is souls. Then there's the one after, which I forget what it is at the moment. That one is gonna be hearts, and then after that you start getting time crystals. With each rank, the amount of time crystals you get actually increases exponentially. So it goes from 100 to 200 to like 500 to 1000. 2000 is like Elder God or whatnot. Now, in order to get the Aaron Black skin, you basically just have to do the season challenges, which is similar to how you get the particular skin with Scorpion in the Season of Blood. You just had to kind of do the challenges. So making sure you're playing at least 5 sets a day, spilling a certain amount of blood, playing at least 15 games of Season of Time, so on and so forth, completing fatal blows and things like that. And you get like all of the gear as well as the skin for Aaron Black. So that should be easier enough. That was the Scorpion one was fairly easy. You just gotta, it's something you're just gonna get over time just by playing the game, the Season of Time. Basically, the Combat League is just something you're gonna eventually earn. The other skins such as Raiden, Jack, and Jackie, it's going to be a little bit harder because you obviously got to win your matches or whatnot to rank up. So it seems like it's really par for the course. The only disappointing thing is it doesn't seem like NetherRealm has put any sort of hype or anticipation for this particular season, and it shows in the launch. So now this is where we're going to get into the whole launch issues of the Season of Time. It seems like there's some sort of issue going on where nobody can play the Season of Time right now. Whenever you go to search for an opponent, it just keeps searching. It keeps searching. Now, this is an issue that's been happening since the Season of Time launch. I am a few hours in right now. I would have expected it to be fixed by now because it has been a good 8 hours since this season has launched, and it's still giving the same issues where you go to search for a game and this is the screen that you get. It's just a loading screen and it just keeps searching for people. So like I even back out right now and then I go back into it, and then it just repeats itself. It just keeps searching, and you never find nobody. You can never get into any matches, which is disappointing because it seems like if you look at the season end time, it seems like they're actually giving us less time with this season than we did with the first season. If I'm not mistaken, the first season I think we had 30 days. This season seems to be only about 28, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. But for us to seemingly have less time and then not even be able to play it on the launch time, which is giving us even less time now, because now instead of 28 days, we're probably only going to have like maybe 27 days to try to get this stuff. It's really a poor launch. Now, I'm not the only one this is happening to. I was wondering what was going on, so I checked a few other people's YouTube channels, and it was a few people who've tried to stream it, and it was the same issues that they were going through. For whatever reason, they couldn't get online. I went to some of the forums and blogs or whatever, and it seems to be a lot of people complaining about it. As of right now, doesn't seem to be any sort of response or any sort of knowledge as to what's happening. I'm suspecting that it's probably some sort of server issue on the NetherRealm's end. But as of right now, there hasn't been any official statement as to why this is happening, and and all you can assume is that NetherRealm is working hard to try to fix it. But right now, it's just a really botched launch for season 2, which is really surprising because this is not like it's their first go around. The Season of Blood was the first season, and that was just a month and a half ago, and that launched fairly well. Everything they built up the hype for it, which you should have. They executed it fairly well. When you got in, you learned really quickly the ins and outs and what you got to do to get the skins and stuff like that, and it was really rewarding, with the exception of like connection issues when you're actually playing the game. That was pretty much the biggest issues, and the whole matching up and point system that they give you too. Those were like the biggest issues, which I would have hoped that they fix in season 2, but I can't even play the games to find out if those issues was fixed. If there is a better connection issues in season 2, I can't find out if the point system is better too, because like when you're the point system, if you're a higher rank, if you play somebody that's like really low rank, there's no real benefits to you playing that person, because if you lose a crap ton of points, but if you win, you get very little bit of points. You feel me? So there was no, and then they don't even give you a chance to back out of those type of fights. You have to still fight those fights. So that was kind of frustrating, and I hope they had did something to better fix that. But I don't know yet, because season 2, Season of Time, is not working at the moment. And like I said, it's not just an issue, my issue. It seems to be an issue everywhere where nobody could get in to play this. Now this is seems to be something tied to maybe a bigger issue at NetherRealm. Now, I'm not sure if they're just being overworked, if they're exhausted, because you have to take into account they launched season 2, which I stand by the fact that they launched it maybe a little bit too early. This is something we probably could have waited for, because again, we just had season 1 a month, not 2 weeks ago. Season 1 ended. A month and a half ago is when they launched season 1, which launched very well. Like I said before, they built up the hype for season 1, the anticipation for season 1, and then when it launched, people were able to play it. They executed decently. I won't say it was perfect, but it was a execution in which we the gamers can jump in and start playing. It's odd that their second go around is they botched that. You feel me? Like, they don't market the game at all. They just, with the exception of like a picture on like their Facebook and Twitter, nobody freaking knew anything about the season 2. The outfits that we got, that we know about, were actually leaked, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not even something that NetherRealm themselves promoted. And this is all they told you was the name of the season as well as the date they will be dropping the season. And now they drop it and they actually botched it. And I think that's due to the fact that they're just being overwhelmed. They were working on this Combat League simultaneously as they're working on the DLC characters, both Sindel and Nightwolf. On top of that, Evo's right around the corner. Evo's like a week and a half away, and NetherRealm is going to be represented there. Their game is going to be represented there. So there's a lot of eyes on that too. So they're probably putting a lot of focus towards like the Evo, as well as making sure that Sindel and Nightwolf is ready, because I think they're probably going to announce one or even both of those characters at Evo, just to create more hype and generation around their game for the Evo weekend, which means that they probably didn't spend enough time working on season 2. Or they're just having some sort of server issues. Maybe the power went out or something like that. I don't know. But it's obvious that we can't play the game. I hope they extend the season, since we can't play it right now. Again, it was 28 days for this particular season. Obviously, we're basically losing a day right now because it's still not working. So I hope they do something in which they can extend it maybe another 2 days to kind of help their players out, for the people who don't have the same amount of time as other people, so that they can get these particular skins or whatnot. But yeah, I think they just might be stretching themselves a little bit too thin at the moment. They're working on one too many things, hence the reason they weren't properly able to promote it. Like, I would have expected maybe like even a little YouTube teaser trailer, like a 2 minute YouTube teaser trailer where you see the characters fighting in their cool looking skin or whatnot. That would have been dope. That would have been really cool. Just to build up promotion, and it's not like it's difficult or really time consuming to create like a 2 minute YouTube trailer. I mean, it'll probably take their marketing team what 30 minutes, an hour to do something like that. So it seems like it was something that was half baked, and it's probably because they're just being overworked. You also get the icons as well. I forgot to mention that you get a background and an icon for season 2. This is just for playing it as well. But this, if you're looking on screen, these are basically the rewards and the tier list for the awards. And I just hope that they kind of get their stuff together and fix it. I mean, this season has not been really good at all so far. I mean, no marketing, poor launch, but hopefully they give us more time and they fix the server issues so everybody can start playing. So with that being said, if you like this video, smack that like button. If you hate it, smack the dislike button. If you want to talk more about Season of Time, leave in the comments below. And remember, your life is a fantasy.